Boom, what's up y'all, this is Toe, and we back again with another video. So, I ain't gonna lie, your boy's been kinda bored with 2K. Especially with all the changes and the patches and one man you can shoot, one man you not shoot. But, right now 2K is good, but sometimes your boy gets a little bored. And I need a challenge. And one thing about me, I love making builds. But the thing about making builds is they cost money. And your boy ain't trying to spend no more money on 2K. So if y'all seen these type of challenges, y'all know the rules, but I'm gonna go ahead and go back over it. So number one, absolutely spending no VC. Number two, no playing any MyCareer, and that includes the street ball courts. And number three, I gotta play everything online. And to make it even more challenging, I'm making a build that's outside my comfort zone. Usually, I like having builds that are like 6, 8, and up, all around builds. They have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but we're gonna make a change with this. For this challenge, I'll be making a smaller PG that I'm not used to in animations, and we see how much I can adjust to it. My philosophy when it comes to 2K, I believe it's a lot easier to play defense on taller builds. And I also believe that the animations for the taller builds, especially this year, are a lot better than the small girl builds, in my opinion. And I'm definitely used to having a jump shot for taller builds. So now I gotta find a jump shot for smaller builds that I'm not used to, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So along with playing with a different type of build and a different play style, there's a lot of little quirks that I didn't realize that was in the game until I did this challenge. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride with your boy. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get into the word today. Today is John 4:16 KJV. KJV is very important. It says, Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So the only way to get salvation is by Jesus Christ. He's the only one that can help you through your situations. He's the only way to get to salvation. So please remember that. Remember God loves you, and get to the rest of the video. So one thing about this grind is I'm a normal person. I have a wife, I have a family, I go to church, I got a full-time job. I'm doing software development and QA, and I do some graphic design work on the side. So I have a life, so I can't be playing the game all day long. So that's another thing with this challenge, is to represent the normal, everyday, casual, as they say. Alright y'all, so this is the build that I'll be using during the challenge. It is a 6'4 PG, weight 221, and wingspan 6'6". Now I'm going to explain the idea behind this. So especially, let's talk about the weight. I like to make sure that my build's a little bit beefy. Now I make sure that they're fast enough, but I like having big builds. So the next thing is I want to test out what it feels like to have a high 3. On all my other builds, none of my builds go higher than the 83. So I was like, let's go ahead and test out what it feels like. So the first thing I did is upgrade the 3 to a 91. Now I do have 8 cap records to my disposal, so I'm going to upgrade my 3 to a 96. Now with a 96.3, I will get Deadeye on Hall of Fame, limitless range, on Hall of Fame, Shifty Shooter on Hall of Fame, and Jet Shot Specialist on Hall of Fame as well. Now I will use my Max Plus 1 badge whenever I can. So some of these might get up to legend. So I want to see how that feels like. The next thing is, if you notice, I do have an 85 strength. So I want to make sure I have access to strong handles. I know this badge has been talked about a whole lot, so I'll make sure that this build got high strength so I can take advantage of that. And one other thing too, I've been dabbling with different takeovers, and I really like having a higher speed with ball. So I upgraded my speed with ball to 87, and I'll be able to access, like I said, some more takeovers, so I can be pretty fast with the ball. Because putting pressure on the defense makes everybody's life so much easier. So let's talk about defense. So I love having defense. I want to make sure I can lock anybody up. So I went ahead and upgrade my perimeter defense to a 92. So with that, I'll get Challenger on gold. I'll get on-ball minutes on gold. I get Pick Dodger on gold. And one of my favorite badges, I get Immovable Forcer on gold. So I want to make sure that I can lock up anybody, that I need to. Also, one thing you'll see might be a little bit unique is I have a 70 interior defense. So the reason I got 70 interior defense is to make sure that I can guard the rim on the fast break. Because if you notice, even though I'm not going to be able to get pretty blocks or anything, the interior defense will help stopping the rim on those fast breaks. So another thing, I want to make sure that my agility was pretty high and my speed was pretty high, just to make sure that I keep over everybody. Alright, now, so here I'm trying to decide which attributes I should upgrade first. And naturally, I'm a pass first play style, so I end up upgrading my passing accuracy to a 75, my ball handling to a 70, and my perimeter defense I think upgraded to a 65. Now, looking back, I wish I would upgrade all that to the 3, because your boy ain't hitting nothing with a 58-3. And there's some things that I learned very quickly when dealing with a brand new build with no VC, which I'll talk about. So the next thing I am doing was going to the wheel spin, and 2K blessed your boy with 2500 VC. So I ended up upgrading my passing accuracy from a 75 to a 79. Now again, hindsight 2020, I should have put all down the shooting. Now here comes struggle bus number 1. Do you have any animations? Let's go! Oh, I gotta put my jump shot. Oh, I don't want my jump shot. What's the base? Bruh. Yeah, I'm not gonna have no jump shots. Oh my gosh. Oh, I ain't got no jump shots. I gotta do default. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so I didn't realize how difficult it's gonna be not having any animations to my disposal. Like, I wouldn't think about it at all. I didn't think about the dribble moves. I ain't think about the jump shot. I'm used to be able to at least come up with some type of jump shot, but yeah. So that one I didn't think that one through. So in times like this, it's good to have good friends. So I got my boy Easy and I got my boy Ben. They went ahead and wanted to do the struggle with me, so they created some builds. Easy created a center, Ben created a 2, and we jumped in the theater. Oh wow, that was a floater. Now I'll tell you one thing, reality set real quick. Oh boy. Now I'll tell you one thing, if I had to do this with randoms, I would have quit in the first 2 minutes. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't shoot. I couldn't move. The only thing I got is my passing and my IQ. That's it. So another thing that you can add to the struggle bus, I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in the theater, and I forgot with my camera settings, half the court I won't be able to see because the stupid gears in the way. So yeah, so that's gonna be another thing. So yeah, I'm handicapped right now. So fast forward, it is 18-8. I have 0 points and have 4 assists. So this is not going well at all. But I'm having fun, doing it with my friends, and we're making the best out of it. So of course we lost. I was like 0 for 5, and if it wasn't for us having fun, I was honestly in the back of my mind contemplating if I can actually do this. But it wasn't all bad, and actually we started doing pretty good. Alright, so it's game 2, half the game's over, and I still don't have any points. But when I finally scored, I never felt so liberated because I actually scored. So believe it or not, with a little bit of defense, a little bit of teamwork, I got the game winner, and we won our first game, the second game, and I was hooked.
Get on the ground. He's stop on top of all type of roaches. Get this roach. This one right here.
Don't like Buddhist.
Look, so here's struggle bus number 3, and this is a big one. So I was going 0 for 5, 0 for 4, and I was like, okay, if I have to use the default jump shot, let me at least speed it up or something so it'll be easy for me to
Meet the
do.
requirements.
And then I see here, and my big head was in the way, you have to have a 71 mid-range of 3 to even adjust the jump shot. So I'm stuck.
Oh, that's whack.
Now I see why everyone who does this challenge that they use the template builds, because they come stock with animations. At least you can work with the jump shot that comes with the player. Now I'm stuck and I'm in this thing, and the struggle bus continues. So one good thing that I did learn on these first couple games is the defense. So if y'all remember, I only have a 65 perimeter defense, but I was locking people up. I think it's related to my weight, because I think somebody talked about that before, but I didn't need super high perimeter defense to lock people up. So, you know, I'll still play defense like I normally do. I honestly think defense is less about attributes and more about knowledge and stick skill.
Oh goodness. Mid range no shot, but I'm 1 for 6. Golly.
So we ended up losing that game, and it was too much struggle bus for us for one day. So I used a little bit of VC I racked up during the games, upgraded my 3 to a 60, and got ready for day 2. Alright, so it's day 2. There's a couple things I need to get done before I play another game of 2K. So I went ahead and did my workouts. Now, if you haven't done your workouts, make sure you do all 12 workouts, and you'll get the unlimited stamina. I've already done this with my other builds, and it's also carry on with multiple builds, so just remember that. And also remember, still do your workouts after you get the unlimited stamina, because you get the extra little energy bar on your stamina when you play. So here I'm doing all the workouts that I know that I could pass with no problems. So I'll take care of those, and we go ahead and go to the speed track. So I ain't gonna lie, before doing this challenge, I've maybe done the racetrack maybe 1 or 2 times, but now I'm in the crunch for some VC, so I need to get to my monies, you know what I'm talking about? So next I went to the Chris Brinkley gym, and I remember you get some VC for that too. Now don't be hard-headed like me. If you are a 60 overall or anything like that, do yourself a favor and do the medium to easy mode. Don't do hard like I did, because I didn't do nothing. So went back to the wheel spin, and 2K gave me 10 steel boosts, which is going to be useless because I have 0 steel attributes right now. One thing I forgot to show is me upgrading my players. So I think I ended up upgrading my 3 a little bit. So now your boy's a 65 overall. And that's all I did on day 2. So your boy was ready to get back out there, and there's only one place I could play right now, is theater, because if I try to go to a wreck, I'm gonna get killed. So here we are. So now we at struggle bus number 4, random theater. See, at this time, Ben and Easy and the rest of my friends, they ain't on the line, so I gotta go solo dolo. And I ain't gonna lie, some games was good, some games was bad, but you know, this is the grind that I asked for. So see, this first guy kind of had me nervous because he had the 99 driving dunk, but it wasn't that bad at all. So when doing something like this, you gotta make sure you got a game plan. So there's a couple things I got in the back of my mind when I'm playing these games. Number 1, make sure I'm making good on-time passes. Number 2, make sure I'm playing solid defense. And number 3, make sure I'm playing the break to get as many easy points as I can. See, I'm used to having tall, all-around builds that I can go and get bored. So now I have to abandon what I'm used to doing and play the break all the time, every time. And it takes a little getting used to, but you know, it's pretty effective. Oh yeah, another thing to remember, make sure you get the highest teammate grade you can. The higher the teammate grade, the higher the VC you get. So your boy's in grind mode. Pause. You know, I'm just knocking these games out. You know, I see a whole bunch of different builds. Some teams are good, some teams are bad. A lot of close games, a lot of games I didn't score, but as long as I got my teammate grade up, and as long as we try to get as many W's as we can, that's all I ask for. So as you can see, I'm still dealing with the stupid gears in the way. 2K fixed that. Like, why do we have to have stuff obstructing the view of the game? Like, you don't have to have all this crazy stuff. We just want to play some ball. Anyway. So I'm not going to show every little bit of the grind, but I'm going to show you some of the highlights, some of the lowlights, and some of the struggles. But one thing I didn't struggle with was defense. As you can see here, I'm locking things down. I'm telling you, if you have a defensive mindset and you got good anticipation, good stick skill, anybody can play good defense. If I can play good defense with a 6'4" build, with a 65 perimeter defense, you can too. So another thing you can add to the struggle bus is being slow sucks. It is so hard to keep up with people, especially if they run the break. I only got like a 65 speed, and that junk is terrible, but you know, I'm making it do though. Oh, and another thing. People, I just don't get it. Like, some people, I don't know if people have ever played basketball before playing 2K, or even watched a basketball game at any point in their life. Like, there are some people that have zero IQ on here. Like, I understand, you know, everybody wants to score and yada yada yada, but sometimes hitting the pass button should not be that difficult to do. And also, we got some weirdos out here that love selling. Like, why would you play a game just to make sure that your teammates lose? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. So one thing that you have to make sure that you maintain when you playing this game is confidence, especially when it comes to shooting. See, I let me knowing that I'm a 65 overall hinder me from shooting. Even though I know I had the attributes and I've done it before in other builds, but I guess me seeing myself missing so many shots, it made me not want to shoot the ball. So that's one thing I had to slowly regain is confidence when it comes to shooting. But one thing I knew I could lean on was my passing and my IQ. If it wasn't for that, I probably would have lost a lot more games than I should have. So I'm grinding, and I finally got enough VC to upgrade my 3 to an 80. And I think this one my confidence kind of came back in like, hey, this is weird. You usually have your 3-point normally. Why aren't you shooting the ball? Alright, y'all, so that's all for episode 1 of the 60 to 99 overall challenge. I appreciate y'all. Remember, Jesus love y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and keep this up for y'all. Alright. Peace.